Hey, Jenny.
Hey, Graham.
Hey, Andrew.
Hey, Graham.
My buddy Andrew's joining us. You know a lot about the Shin Megami Tensei stuff.
Oh yeah,
Yeah?
big fan. Big fan.
You got some demons?
I have demons. Let me tell you what you can do with these demons.
Yeah?
You confuse them all the time.
Yeah.
But what about your personas?
Let's...
I got some of those too
Eh.
tucked away
Yeah. So this is
here and
Persona
there.
4 Dancing All Night. This is a rhythm game. It's weird, but kind of cool. Anyway, we're kind of just show off what it is you do in here.
Can
And
I
the
just
easiest thing
say-
is to jump and dance.
Before we start,
Yeah.
the existence of this game both completely surprises me and doesn't at all surprise me.
Okay.
Is that possible? Because that's how I feel about it.
That
I mean,
makes sense.
yeah. So we're going to start by showing something that's easier because I think there may be a lot of people who don't necessarily play rhythm games that may want to play this and kind of show the base level and explain the mechanics, and then we may go into something a little more difficult. I'm not going to say hard because I'm not great at rhythm games, but I have a lot of fun with them.
I don't know, but it says you're brilliant right there for best friends.
Yeah, on this easy song. But to start, Andrew,
Brilliant.
who is your favorite character in Persona 4?
It's a toss-up between Naoto and Chie. I'm gonna say Naoto. Let's go with Naoto
Okay.
for now.
Okay.
Um,
So, I'm going to show one of the earlier songs that has Naoto in it. All right, the earlier songs still have Naoto in it.
oh no. Okay, well then I'm okay with Chie.
Okay, let's go with
totally
some
fine.
Chie. I don't want to show something too late in there.
I'm a fan of all of these costumes. I just will say it.
Yeah,
Right off the bat.
part of the story is that like they took their look from the original game years earlier and like made dance costumes out of them for this big stage show,
Huh.
which is just kind of, I don't know, strange.
I'm very curious about the story in this game.
It's pretty good.
It's pretty. So is it? I guess is it good like Persona 4 Arena was good in quotes, or is it actually good?
Jenny, I'll let
think-
you address that one.
I think it's more good along the lines of Persona Q,
Okay.
where there are some fun moments where they have some great dialogue and interaction between the characters.
Okay.
But in terms of the story, I think the Persona Arena had something that made more sense and was stronger.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Jenny,
I
you want to
think it was-
explain what's going on here in the screen while I do it?
Yes.
Okay, so what happens are the shadows in the game are being controlled by this song that's forcing them to kind of abandon themselves and be what I guess people would want them to be. But the people from Persona, Rise is using her persona to broadcast their music, which is the music we would hear in the dungeons in Persona 4. And they're dancing along, so because their music is playing and they're dancing, they're disrupting the song that's controlling everybody and pretty much saving the day.
Saving the day through song.
Right.
But specifically with, like, say, the buttons of the rhythm game.
Yeah.
Oh hey, what's up, Yosuke?
What happened is he got fever time right now, and when you get fever
Oh.
time, a partner character will come in and dance with you. So, yeah,
It's always a good time for fever time, I guess.
always.
Yeah, this is like I don't know what I was expecting from this game, but I think this is about right. I think this is kind of what I don't know. This seems neat. Like I was originally very put off by the existence of this game. A, because I feel like Persona 4, as much as I love it, has been kind of run into the ground a lot lately.
It's
And I'm
hard
very-
to not have seen Persona 4, that's for sure.
Yes, definitely. Like, I'm very excited for Persona 5 just because it's something different. That being said, this, like, the more I've seen of this game in the past few months up to its release, like, it seems legitimately really fun. And I've never been a huge fan of, like, I like rhythm games too, but I'm not, I guess, the biggest fan of them also. I guess it kind of depends. So this
And this
This
game is on a
seems-
handheld, so
yes, this game is on handheld, so therefore I will hate it. But I'm actually,
I guess we should clue in people who may not be the veterans for our banter. Andrew hates handhelds, except for he doesn't.
Of course, yes. I have an interesting history with handhelds. But despite that, so here's the funny thing. Like, I'm considering picking this up just because I want something to play on my Vita, which I legitimately have not turned on for a year. I think, like, actually, like, it's actually been a year since the last Vita game came out that I wanted to play. So just to have a reason to turn it on again, A, just to check to make sure it still works, I guess.
Sure.
And B, to use it for something other than sitting and collecting dust. I think I might check this out.
Yeah,
this seems really cool.
Yeah, and interesting.
Like oh, sorry. Go ahead.
That's okay. What I was going to say is, if people haven't picked up a Vita and want to play this, it's possible if you played Persona 4 back on PS2 or something. I never picked up Golden or anything.
Mm-hmm.
You could pick up a PlayStation TV for ridiculously small amounts of money, and this does work on it. Which is pretty great.
It seems like, yeah, I mean, honestly, if anything, a PlayStation TV is worth buying just for Golden, even if you've already played Persona 4.
Yeah.
Because that is a fantastic version of that game, but even then, like, if you want even more Persona, then here you go.
So I'll bump up to normal here.
Okay.
I wanted to show off that easy because while it is definitely easy, it's not brain dead.
Right.
And I think that's helpful if, say, you want to get in here and experience one more story with you and your favorite Persona characters.
Yes.
Which I bet people probably do. Whereas you can go up to, okay, this is as hard as I'm willing to do an 8-star song, so I'm going to do it.
All right.
Just because
Good luck.
Nanako is adorable.
She is the cutest.
She's the saddest, but adorable.
Yeah, sure. I don't know about your, complicated feelings about Nanako.
It's very tragic in the game. She's just always by herself, and yeah.
Yeah. Poor Nanako. But she's super cute, so it's okay.
One thing I will say, if people who are watching this, I have set the brightness down in the settings.
Mm-hmm.
That is the one you should absolutely do that.
See, I don't feel that way. I've been playing it with the brightness all the way up. Maybe it's because I'm more familiar with the songs, but it doesn't really bother me with the setting.
It's more that the backgrounds can sometimes be quite bright and cover up the notes.
So it's less just a distraction thing and more can be legitimately hard to see
where the notes are, especially since they're all going toward the outside. So you're looking at the right side of the screen, and you just won't see one going to the left. Anyway, it still looks pretty good. This is half brightness,
right?
So you can still see what's going on in the middle if you want to.
Yeah. What I want to see in this game is I want to see Yosuke with a trash can costume.
I don't think that's in here.
Rolling
It should
students.
be in here.
Rolling student, yes. I agree.
Yeah, that would be the best costume in the game. And because really, it seems like what they did was they looked at the opening movie for Persona 4 and Persona 4 Gold, and they're like, people like these. We're going to make a whole game that's this.
Yeah, pretty much. Let's just make those opening scenes playable.
That's exactly it.
I'm okay with that. That's fine. I'm kind of a little disappointed that with all the Persona 4, Persona 3 crossovers that have been happening, that this also wasn't one of those. That I know of, anyway.
Yeah.
So that would have been nice to see, like maybe even just a little Persona 3 in here. But I guess there's enough of that already that maybe they just wanted to just focus on this cast again.
Yeah. And those people are grown. I mean, they're in college. They got jobs. They don't have time to participate in a festival.
They don't have time to dance.
Yeah.
Dancing isn't for old people.
No, of course not.
Persona 4 Dancing All Night 2 is when they save the Persona 3 cast through their power of dance.
They already did that in Persona 4 Arena.
There was dancing in Persona 4 Arena? I must have missed that part.
Maybe victory dances. You never know.
Okay. Hey, what's up, Kanji? I'm a big fan of his costume here.
Yeah, he's like, I'm no longer a punk, but like I gotta look like a punk on stage. So they designed this costume.
He will always look like a punk, no matter what.
I want to know how he got that tattoo. Like, did he go to his mom and get permission?
He doesn't need permission. He's a punk. He does what he wants.
He's kind of a mama's boy. I think that he would have gotten his mom's permission. There would have been permission slip. Maybe she took him to get it done.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Because she seemed like the kind of supportive mother who would do that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you have a point there.
So, Andrew, are you getting like how this rhythm system works?
Yes, I think so. It doesn't seem too complicated.
Yeah, the thing that might be tricky is the blue lines and the fever lines. They're like
Yeah,
optional notes where you flick the analog sticks.
Okay, so that's analog stick. Okay, yeah, I was wondering about that, and that's
It's kind of like in Hatsune Miku where you have the star notes.
I have never played one of those games before.
I would imagine that most people haven't, which is sad.
Yeah.
We did just recommend that people bought it. Oh, I didn't clear it.
Oh,
Surprise.
you were doing good.
You know, for someone
audience wasn't
playing
happy.
with like a 4-second delay, I think it did pretty okay.
So how does this? I guess bringing up the
Hold up.
Hatsune Miku games, how does this compare to those? I guess in terms of difficulty and just basic gameplay,
I think I'm gonna guess even the hard level is probably not as crazy hard as something like a Hatsune Miku game, but that's because I think the songs themselves, you know, they're songs that aren't designed for rhythm games, right?
Right, of course.
Like, there are some songs where it's just like, okay, this one's, it's kind of offbeat, I guess, but like, you know, the Hatsune Miku games are, you know, based on these songs that are like frantic and have really weird patterns, and that's just natural because that's why you'd need like an artificial singer.
Right,
Yeah.
of course.
So, yeah.
It almost seems this one is more of an instinct-based kind of game because you're almost required to kind of know the songs by heart. You'd have to know where the buttons are in the Vita. You have to just be comfortable with kind of just pushing in time and not really paying attention to the indicators themselves. But with Hatsune Miku, you really have to focus on where the notes are going, hitting them at the exact right time, and
Yeah.
Okay,
You want to go shopping?
yeah.
Yes, please.
Let's go see
shopping.
Tanaka.
Oh, really? Tanaka, huh?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
So
Yes.
there are items in this game, and I'm just going to go ahead and show you this. It seems like if you're like high score chasing, you can buy boost items to get higher scores, which I don't know how I feel about that.
I need some. I think this game, this video so far has been a nice dose of fever aid for my hype meter for it.
Yeah, but my favorite thing is the costumes, right?
Oh, yeah, of course.
So you can buy costumes for various characters. Let's say, who should we buy a costume for, Jenny?
Naoto. Oh, you're asking her. Okay.
We could do Naoto.
Well, I was going to say Yosuke, but okay, Naoto.
Oh, okay.
We can.
I just want to see like.
Yeah. So most of them
Costumes
have
for-
like their high school jersey. They have like their summer and winter clothes. And then
sweet.
like later they get like there's
Butler
like
suit.
there's some pretty crazy stuff you can kind of get to. I think this is pretty good, but
Yes, I like that.
you know,
That is awesome.
it takes a while to get to, but then just like some weird things near the end.
I
Yeah.
like the armor better.
Yeah.
Of course, there's a maid uniform. Is that just for Naoto, or does every female character have a maid uniform?
I think every female character has the maid uniform. I think
Guess I'm not
every
surprised.
male character has the butler suit, but Naoto also has the butler suit.
Right. Makes sense.
Yeah. I think that's the overlap there.
Got it. Who are the? So I saw some other question marks. I don't know if you could talk about this, but what were the other characters that are there? Like unlockable characters?
Yeah, I think that's Nanako and Margaret.
Oh.
Yeah. Maybe.
Okay, cool.
I actually
Maybe.
don't know. I know you can play those. I'm gonna finish the story mode, but I wanted to record this before that because it's way easier to not spoil people in the story mode if you haven't gotten
Finished
the
it.
information to spoil
Yeah.
people with. So we'll cover that in the review.
Got it.
But yeah, that may be some of the story mode characters now that I think about it, because they may have costumes.
Let's
I
look
don't
at Yosuke's costume seal over here. Since
Okay.
Jenny wants
Yeah.
to.
Yeah, let's buy some for Yosuke.
Yeah.
So he has his jersey, he has his winter clothes, which is kind of a different. jacket going on. And then he can get his butler suit, summer clothes, got some birds there, festival garb.
Very
Yeah,
nice.
some trunks.
I like
Some
the
trunks.
festival garb a lot.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Then some Junes coveralls.
I
and
can't
apron.
imagine dancing in winter clothing. That probably would get very warm. Unless you're
Yeah.
dancing in the middle of a snowstorm, I guess.
I mean, who knows, right?
who knows?
It doesn't look like it's that heavy, though. I mean,
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, anything we should pick up before we play one more song here?
I think he's good.
Okay. I'll go ahead and buy these winter clothes while I'm here, just because I'm curious how that works. But yeah,
Oh, nice.
we'll
Array of trophies.
head back
Appearance
in.
matters.
And yeah, there's story mode. Jenni, you want to explain kind of how the story mode works, and I'll jump into one more song.
It's pretty much a visual novel with songs every once in a while breaking up the pace of things. So if somebody has played Persona 4 Arena, it's going to be very familiar. It's going to probably be for every maybe 15 to 20 minutes of story, there's going to be one song.
Okay.
And it sounds like when I'm saying it that it's kind of off balance, but when you're playing through it, it feels like it makes a lot more sense, probably because there's so much happening, and what is going on is rather interesting. Yeah.
I'm legit. I think that's the thing I'm most curious about, is just to see exactly how this bizarre story plays out.
Yeah, it's one of those things where the story is kind of irrelevant. It's like a reunion special kind of game, but just the character interactions are kind of well done. It's interesting
And
to
it's
have people
kinda
talk
nice.
again.
Yeah, it's nice because it kind of really revisits the themes that were going on in Persona 4 and Persona 4 Golden, where Persona 4 Arena was kind of like, okay, this is an all-new original thing, we're focusing on Labrys,
Right.
and here it's really focusing on the characters and Kaname and Kitchen, which are really, really weird characters. And
Yeah, I think that's the thing that I feel like that's the thing that that Persona 4 Arena was kind of missing. I feel like the character interaction wasn't as good in that as it was in, let's say, something like Persona Q, like you mentioned, where that game was kind of all about that. Good to know that this is more on that same page as Persona Q.
I wouldn't be surprised. Okay, I don't know how you guys feel about this. I wouldn't be surprised if this is the last big hurrah for the character of Persona 4.
oh, I think it is.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, I was going to just say the visual novel part, just like a regular visual novel, there are choices you get to make for you as you're playing through the game, which is nice.
That's cool.
Yeah, I'm not sure how they affect the story, but they're there.
Yeah, you at least get to shape the tone of the conversations.
Okay. Is it kind of like, I guess, when I'm thinking back to Persona 4 Arena again, that was kind of structured where you had you played as a different character and you got their perspective on the story, but there was like a true path that you can go down. You didn't have to play as every character's story. This is just like a one singular story, or do you actually pick your character and go through the story as whoever?
It's kind of a single story.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
They do split up once they get into the whole shadow world, so the younger characters are in one group and the older characters are in the other group.
For a
But-
period of time.
Yeah, for a period of time, yeah.
It's just one of those things where, they're inevitably not going to have, all 8 people in every scene every time.
Right.
It's a little insufferable.
Yeah, it would be a little too busy. And it's kind of nice because when they're in smaller groups like that, you really get to focus on the interactions between those characters.
Right. And I feel like once the bigger the group gets, the more you have just characters chiming in just to remind you that they're still there versus actually having meaningful dialogue.
Though, I mean, be prepared for a lot of dialogue to be about reluctance to dance or wanting to dance or, wanting to see
Conveying
someone else
emotions.
dance.
I can relate to the reluctance part for sure.
Well,
think
you're
I-
going to relate to half the characters in this game.
Sweet. I love relatable characters.
But also the power of music, you guys.
I do
And
believe in the
teamwork.
power of music.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
Also
don't know
believe
if-
in the power of teamwork.
If you noticed before, though, but, at the end of the song, the personas, do a weird music thing.
Yeah, it's great.
I did notice that. Yes.
Yeah, is the S case.
Oh man, Disco Frog. I think doesn't he get a bass or something? Or
Yes.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I love it.
Yep.
I love Yukiko. She gets a saxophone.
That's awesome.
Teddy gets turntables, which is pretty good.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. Yosuke seems more like the turntable type.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
Maybe, I think it's the headphones, maybe.
Maybe?
yeah, like, well, the thing is, in this game, everyone has headphones.
True.
The headphones were part of a promotional tie-in, so yeah.
Ah, okay.
But yeah.
I don't think Yosuke is coordinated enough for turntables.
Yeah, probably right. He can't even ride his bike properly without crashing into something every other day.
But yeah, so that's a pretty good idea of how the game works, I think. Yeah. Thanks as always, Jenny, and thanks for joining us, Andrew.
No problem. This game seems really pretty cool.
Yeah.